Hey. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Happy Tuesday to everybody. Welcome to Coffee Chats. How is everybody? Good? Hopefully people have voted, just to make sure that you know that there is vans leaving at 9 a.m. till noon. If you haven't had an opportunity to vote, you can go up to the lobbies and catch a van there. They'll be going continuously through the morning, because it is our state general election today, so big day. Is there any new residents here, or newish? Okay, it's newish.
How many years do you have?
Yes, that's a good point. Before I forget, Lori had mentioned if you participated in the rock sculpture project, art project, I guess not sculpture, but rock painting project. There we go. Sculpture is a little extreme. They are all ready to be picked up. They're sealed, and your project is ready to be picked up. And is that in the art room then? Okay, in the art room. At 10 a.m. today, of course, every Tuesday we generally have a speaker, and our speaker today is Mike Henry. So that's 10 a.m. in Marion Hall, and he will be presenting what's called Moments to Remember 1. He's invited back. He'll be here next month to do Moments of Remember 2, and he'll go back to the birth of rock and roll in the mid-1950s and reminisce about growing up in the 1950s and the early 60s with clips from over 100 of the biggest hits from artists who shaped early rock. So join us in for kind of entertaining 10 o'clock Marion Hall with Mike Henry. Also today at 1 p.m. we have our writing group. If you're wanting to join in with that at the West Party Room. I won't forget you, Renee. I see you back there. Okay. We also have, let's see, we'll move on tomorrow. So the 9th, November the 9th. We have our TED Talks always on Wednesdays at 1 p.m. on 991. The three topics are what capitalism gets right and government gets wrong. Is capitalism a good thing? Journalist Catherine Magoo Ward makes the case for weirdos left alone to innovate and explore far-out ideas of the free market are our best hope for the future. The next one is Holly Hunter, and that's titled What If We Could Sing in Your Favorite Musician's Voice? And what if you could create a new music using your favorite musician's voice, sharing the melodic gifts of the world? The next one is Nuclear Power is Our Best Hope to Ditch Fossil Fuels. This is by Isabel Bomenke. Nuclear power is one of the safest, cleanest of forms of energy, yet most people might not feel that way. So it's an interesting, provocative discussion on nuclear power. And then also on Wednesday, always at 1 p.m. and 1 p.m. In the art studio, there's open art. Slow down. Okay, thank you, Cliff. Appreciate that. Also, there's 1 p.m. There's cribbage. Okay, thanks. 7 p.m., of course, on Wednesday, we have bingo, and we have 500. Thursday the 10th, at 9 and 11 a.m., we have Coffee Chats live on 991. So if you did not have the opportunity to see it today, of course, you can get the catch-up, the recording of it on 991. On Thursdays is generally our excursions. This Thursday, we leave for the Minnesota Orchestra, and that departs at 9:50 a.m. And of course, you have to purchase your tickets online. If you have interest in going to the orchestra and you don't feel comfortable purchasing a ticket online, please knock on my office. I'd be happy to assist you with that. Not a big deal. Let's see, and I've also been told many people actually just go to the orchestra and buy a ticket that day. So that's another possibility right at the box office. All right, this Thursday we are starting again at 10 a.m. a Parkinson's support group. This is now picking up again. I think it's an important thing to have here at Ridge Point. If you know of anyone that you, either a caretaker or someone that has Parkinson's, and they're not aware, maybe you could let them know this will be starting this Thursday at 10 a.m. in Marion Hall. If you would like for me to contact that person, I would be happy to. I would love to let them know and let them be aware that we're starting that again. I will call them or talk to them personally. So again, you can let me know. Let's see, also, this Thursday from 1 to 3 p.m. it's our Harvest Fair, and that is in Marion Hall. So join in. Sounds like it's really come together. It will be a fun day in Marion Hall from 1 to 3. Okay, Friday the 11th is 1 p.m. Coffee Chats. Thank you. Again, if you hadn't had an opportunity, 991. 1 p.m. we have a bridge. 1 p.m. poker. 1:15 to 1:30. We are 1:15 to 1:30. We are celebrating and honoring our veterans. This will be here in Marion Hall, or pardon me, in the atrium. Pardon me, the atrium on Friday. So please come and join us. We'll have a trumpet player. Steve Wright will join us. He is played a part of the Air Force Band, from my understanding. That was his background. And he's a talented trumpet player. He'll also share a story about a relative who was a survivor of the Bataan Death March. And so it will be kind of a touching and honoring our great veterans on Friday. In addition, we'll have pie, apple pie and ice cream. So please can join us. Let's see, Friday at 4 p.m. we have our happy hour in Marion Hall, and we have our 7 p.m. movie on Friday, and that is Runaway Bride. And this is after 3 grooms at the altar. Maggie Julia Roberts is labeled the Runaway Bride by journalist Richard Gere. So that is at 7 p.m. All right. A couple of announcements. This Thanksgiving meal. Does this pertain to what you want to? Okay, I'll just hand this over to you. Yes, or do you want me? Yeah. Did I catch you off guard?
Yeah, you
Sorry.
did. Good morning, residents. I want to talk to you about a couple of things. First of all, I'm gonna go right in on the Happy Thanksgiving meal. The Thanksgiving meal would be on Thursday, November 24th, 2022. The sheet will be out Thursday, November 10th, 2022 for you to sign up until November 22nd at 12 p.m. The cost is $13. Please sign up early, delivery or pickups only. The time will be from 11:30 to 1 a.m. Please, if it's not a line there, don't sign it. Don't make a line. Because sometimes we can't understand. I have to take it to Patty have to take it to Jeff, and we still can't figure out who's signing up, and we don't want no one to miss their Thanksgiving meal. And then it's another thing I want to talk about. Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays is the yogurt. Sometimes I have extra desserts. I'd rather bring them down here and give them to you guys than throw them away. It's a lot of people that's getting upset because they don't catch them. Sometimes it don't be many of them. Most of the time it's only a few of them. So if you didn't get one, it's also yogurt. I'm not picking on who I want to give a dessert to. I want everyone to have a dessert. Definitely Tuesdays and Thursdays you do get desserts. But like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, it's just something extra I have. I don't want to throw it away, and I just rather give it to you guys. Any questions? No one wants to ask me any questions? Yes.
May I ask, what is on the menu for Thanksgiving?
Right off my head, I know it's turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes and gravy. Oh, I'm not for sure what veg.
Traditional.
Well, it's the traditional. It's
Great.
basically the traditional.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anyone else have any questions? Yes, ma'am.
What is the time for yogurt on Fridays?
Fridays is 11:30 to 1. Monday and Wednesdays is 12 to 2.
Okay, on the 991 it says 12 to 1. for Friday?
Well, that's a mistake. I got new flyers up there on the wall right by it, so it'll let you know. It's 11:30 to 1 on Fridays. Monday and Tuesday is 12 to 2.
Thank you.
All right, no one else have questions? All right, thanks. Thank you, guys. And make sure once you see the paper out, please sign up early. Thank you.
Thanks, Renee. Appreciate all you do. Thank you for your.
Oh, yeah, they are. Leaving my stuff is great. Thank you.
Yes. Okay, so on my list was yogurt schedule. So already done. So Greg also let us know if you have a cat and you have, of course, you need discard of your cat litter, please do not put the cat litter down the dumpsters. It's creating a big mess. Not to mention it's probably not very good to breathe that, etc. So we ask that you take your cat litter, put it in a bag, carry the bag downstairs and discard of it into the trash, if you wouldn't mind. John, did you want to mention Don Irwin?
Don has usually come up here at the J.B. Hill Mansion over in St. Paul for a concert. This year he will be at White Bear. They have a new concert hall. And it's the 21st of December, 7:30 p.m. Tickets are $35. The van is not going to be available, it looks like. But pray for another van driver. Maybe we can get that to happen. But if you would like to carpool it, let me know. And the other thing is that Janelle is going to make a contact with Don to see if he's up here, that maybe he can stop by at Ridge Point while he's up here, which would be really a nice thing that could happen. But there's beautiful posters on each of the bulletin boards announcing Don's performance. Thank you.
Thank you so much, John. And then Paula is not here. Are you?
I can.
Okay, I'll just hand it over. Oh, I did not want to miss this. I forgot to mention this last Tuesday. The Plymouth Rockers Holiday Concert. Let's celebrate the holidays and ring in the magic. So this is Sunday, December 4th, and this is at the Wayzata High School. So we know our resident Bill is a participant of this. So please join in and attend. It's a free admission if you're interested at the Wayzata High School. Oh, and here is Paula. Dun, dun, dun.
Good morning, everybody. Sorry I'm running a little bit late today. I wanted to talk to everybody who's here and spread the word too about the resident referral program. I think it's important to kind of reiterate it every once in a while. The resident referral program is my favorite way to have people join Ridgepoint. Basically what it is if you have a contact person, someone that you meet, someone that you start chatting with about Ridgepoint, get their name, get their phone number, get any information that you can, and give me a call. Let me know. And it doesn't matter where you meet them, where you run into them. Getting your nails done, you strike up a conversation, or you meet somebody at a party, or a friend of a friend. Let me know right away. Call me up. If I'm not there, leave a voicemail message for me that says who you are, your apartment number, the contact person's name, and any other information. The reason that that's important, even if it never comes to fruition and I have 50 names from you, is this. A Place for Mom is one of those sources, location resources for people. If they get a hold of me with a prospect, I go through my database, and if I already have that person's name in my database, I can call them and say, hey, this is not a Place for Mom lead. We already know who this person is. Someone from Ridgepoint has already been in contact with them. And then it becomes it's not in a place for mom lead, and it becomes an in-house lead, which is what we want. Because if you refer somebody and you start chatting it up, that's better than giving the money to a place for mom, as far as I'm concerned. So like I said, I don't care if I'm inundated with phone calls and that type of thing, and I'm not gonna do anything with that information. I'm not gonna call them, not gonna put them on a mailing list or anything like that. But if we have that information, it's better all the way around. And the other thing is that the resident referral is something that I ask people when they come in and tour. How'd you learn about Ridgepoint? And sometimes people say, oh geez, I know lots of people here, and they may not want to give a specific name, which is considered then just a word of mouth. But if they give me your name, that's different. So if all those different nuances are going to kind of play into all the resident referral pieces there. Jeff, is that about right?
Yeah, an issue is if the resident calls after the fact, after someone has been here,
Right.
then it gets dicey.
Yeah. Well, right, and I think that what Jeff just said is that if I get a call from a resident and says, hey, I spoke with so and so, and am I a resident referral? Well, that gets a little bit tricky. I would rather I can let you know what they said, but again, it may be that you're not the only individual that they know from Ridgepoint, and they may have chosen not to pick an individual if they know lots and lots of people. So I'm happy to give you those answers when that happens, but that has come up. So does anybody have any questions? Oh, as long as I'm talking, it's $1,000. So once the individual moves in, or the couple, they live here for 90 days, we issue you a check for $1,000. And it's pretty nice because it's $1,000. Bev?
If several people tell you about this person, why isn't the money divided then?
So the question is, if several people talk to me about this individual or this person, why isn't the money divided? Well, it's truly based on not only you giving me the information so that we can avoid somebody else or like a Place for Mom or any other organizations getting the money, but let's see, they have to tell me as well. They have to tell me as well. So in other words, if I schedule a tour with somebody and it's been through a Place for Mom, that's how I learned about them, is from a Place for Mom, and they come in and tour and they say, oh yeah, I know so-and-so that lives at Ridgepoint. I know who they are. Yeah, we've been friends for years. We played tennis. Oh, shoot. Well, now I've already accepted that lead from a Place for Mom, and I can no longer consider it to be a resident referral, whether they know one person or 50 people. That's why it's important. The most that we've ever divided is 2 people, if there are 2 individuals. But if there's a cluster of people, we don't know how well they know them. Do you know what I mean? And it's kind of a difficult situation to say, okay, well, when you move in, we've heard from 6 people that they all know you. So let's divide. You know what I mean? It's just a little bit trickier. So we have to rely on what they tell us. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay. Does anybody else have any questions about it? Well, I love the resident referral program. It would be, we have great people who live here bringing great people in, and it's the best. It's just the best. So if you have any questions about it, my extension is 6280. If you know anybody that you want me to just put into our system, because you never know, let me know. Just go ahead and leave it on my voicemail. And there are some people who leave lots and lots and lots of names and they never come to fruition. No big deal. We'd rather have that and have you covered. Is that it?
I think so.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Anybody else? I guess Jeff's up next. Hang on.
Thank you, Paula. Good morning, everyone. Not a lot from me this morning. I just want to say that there's some more COVID going around. I don't want to harp on this, but what I want people to know and repeat over and over is you're in charge of your own destiny on this. And when we have a meeting like this, or we're in close proximity to a number of people, good hygiene is a great preventative measure. Wash your hands, wear your masks, but most importantly, wash your hands. And we sit here using this same microphone. I guess if I was really being safe, I would disinfect the microphone before I put it up to my mouth. I didn't, but it's important that we all know that we're in charge of our own health. And we don't intend to change any of the things that we're doing. We want to go full speed ahead. We're going to continue to have parties. We're going to continue to do everything we've been doing lately. And as long as people aren't getting severely sick, we're going to keep doing that. Jillian and I were talking before Coffee Chats here this morning, and she brought up a really, really good point is many people are asymptomatic. And I wouldn't doubt there's a few cases that are positive down here right now. You all look absolutely wonderful, with the exception of Cliff. He looks like a 2 miles of bad road, as I like to say, but he's down because the Packers are down. But anyway, I love Cliff. Point being, we might not even know that we're carrying it around. But we are carrying it around, and if we pass it on to a compromised person, then it might get dicey. So if you're a compromised person, then take extra precaution. That's really all I want to say today. Does anyone have any questions? Evie?
Will you be starting with people telling their stories again?
Yes. Do you want to tell your story next week? All right. The question was, are we going to continue having people tell their stories? And there's my management style right there, folks. Someone brings me a problem. I say, yep, that's a problem. What's the solution? The solution is, yeah, we're going to start, and Evie's going to do it next week. So I love those. And I can't even remember why we had someone that wasn't able to make it the next week, and we just lost our way. Any other questions? All right. Today, November 7th, we've got 3 of them, 3 birthdays. Kay Colwheat, Ed Weiner, and Carolyn Pareda. Tomorrow, Mary, it is the 7th today, isn't it? You guys are slipping. Usually when I make a mistake, you're jumping on me like white on rice. But Don Sasma, your birthday's tomorrow. I saw him down here. The 10th, Joanne Cox and Marguerite Rooney. And the 12th, Diane Combs, Janet Hutar, the 13th, and Catherine Simon, the 14th. Anniversaries this week are Errol and Pat Schintz. I didn't see them down here. Let's sing happy birthday to our friends.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear friends. Happy birthday to you.
Have a good week, everybody.